times when I was high in high school and my phone would ring and I would see it was my mom.
Yes.
And I've never sobered up quicker in a moment of like, oh, all right. Like, turn down the music. I'm about to answer this phone. Hello, mother.
Hydrate and breathe.
Yep, I'm just at a friend's house. Yep, nope. We're just playing video games. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll call you soon. And then it's just like, oh shit, guys, was I okay? Do you think she knows? And
It's just freak. Yeah.
she did.
Like,
She did. Every time. But that's okay.
Like your mom knows just like your intonation or whatever. Like she knows like every part of your voice in like a weird fucking way.
This is such like a millennial problem that I think wasn't had before. I had my cell phone and my parents could track where my phone was.
Oh, me too.
And so she knew, oh, he's going to the weed friend's house. And so she'd look and she'd be like, oh, he's in Brooklyn Center. And then she'd text me and she'd be like, hey, everything okay? I'm like, yep, just hanging out with be like, okay. Know when you're coming home? Soon. All right. Do you think you'll be home for dinner? Like just every question. And that same thing when I get in front of a wheel of a car. And it's like, here we go.
Yeah.
So she never like gave you a hard time about?
Oh no, she did all the time. So I was caught my senior year of high school with a decent amount of. I mean, it was only a couple ounces, but at the time, as a high schooler, that's a lot of weed.
That's a lot of herb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back in my
As
day,
a high schooler, dude.
Yeah, I was
Couple ounces.
I was trying to be. I had this really cool idea of I'm going to be the middleman. And I've got these friends that have really good connections. And I've got like a bunch of friends that smoke weed. So I'm going to help.
I'm a guy, yeah.
And I also at the time maybe was getting into LSD as a hobby. I would never say that on.
Maybe.
Actually, I would totally say that on camera. Yeah, I got really into LSD my senior year of high school.
God damn.
And I think my parents could tell.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy is smoking weed and probably doing other drugs. And so I was caught with a couple ounces of weed and many tabs of acid. And so from there on out, it was always, hey,
Party 10.
make good choices,
this
right?
explains a lot.
Party 10.
Yeah, I was taking acid about 2 times a week for about 3 months.
God
Goodness
damn!
sake.
Yep.
What the
Yep.
fuck?
I was committed as like, I'm going to find myself, whatever that tanner is, and learn through many acid trips that it's whatever the fuck you want it to be. Like, there's no answer to that question. But
I bet you had a
I
great
think-
bicycle day that year.
I had many of great
I
days.
bet you.
I was in PSEO, so I was supposed to be in school full time, but I signed up for only online classes. My parents both worked full time. All my friends were in school all day. What was I supposed to do other than take acid and play video games? And just like
God.
go to the park. And I saw Frozen 7 times in the movie theater, every single time under the influence of LSD. And what's terrible about that movie is that it begins with the scene of the parents dying. And so it's like this joy of the kids, and then tears are flowing down my face. But then the scene just changes, and all of a sudden it's like happy, and there's Olaf, and it's like, this is happy. And there's no better drug to ride that wave than LSD of like oh my God, dead parents, I'm feeling this. And oh shit, now we're singing about winter. Yeah, I'm here for this too. And so I
7
would
times,
encourage you.
though.
Well, so my local movie theater here's
all
why.
that, yes,
I'm
but,
gonna
like,
I'm gonna
come on.
explain why. My local movie theater had a deal at the time where you could buy month-long passes. So if you bought a pass, you could see a movie anytime, as many times as you wanted for that month. And so I committed to, I'll pay $40 to have unlimited movie theater access for a month. And I saw other movies as well, not that many times. I was really committed to seeing Frozen a lot. I won't hide it. I'm a
You're
fan of Frozen.
committed
I
to
think it's a
seeing-
good movie.
I mean,
Frozen on
have you
acid
seen it since
sounds-
then? Has
Many
there been
times.
Okay.
Yeah.
love that.
I had students
I
that
love
were
that.
really big Frozen fans, and so sometimes I would sing along in my classroom to the music with them, and that was one thing that other teachers just couldn't do.
So you must know the whole script.
I more than I'm comfortable admitting. Yeah.
God damn, kilogram.
Going back to the high note of a couple weeks ago, have I ever made a D&D campaign built around Frozen? Maybe.
How many?
Maybe. One very long one.
D&D, Do Not Disturb.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, by the way, guys.
Oh my goddamn.
Do you guys like stamps?
Yeah, I like the Forever stamps.
Check out these Dungeons and Dragons stamps
Oh,
that
so
you can
cool.
get now. Also, Alex
Are you actually
Trebek
going to
stamps.
use those, or are you just
Okay.
like?
Nah,
no,
those
I was going to say, just
I also
keep
got
those,
stamps
right?
to really use, but
Okay,
no, these
yeah.
are just to
That's awesome.
look, at.
You
Who is-
collect stamps?
I had explained this to Jordan beforehand. I have 8 to 10 sheets of stamps.
We're learning a lot.
That's not
about
really a
Tanner.
collection.
We're
That's a
learning-
I mean,
I love it. I love
are you willing to tell us where your kinks are?
in terms of stamp collecting, anything
Game
that.
show host. Yeah.
That was a political answer.
Oh, political. Yeah, exactly. My mom watches this show. Do you guys know that?
Yeah. Sorry.
No. Wow. Let's.
Do you like
Should
mushrooms?
we start with high notes right now?
I think that was the high notes. I think we just.
Full on, right
Yeah,
there.
we'll just put this at the end of the episode. So we're gonna skip to the end script here.
Wait. I have a. Do you like mushrooms?
Of course, I like mushrooms, Marcus.
I
Absolutely.
mean, we should do some mushrooms sometime.
I would totally be down with that.
Yeah, burn a fire and shit.
I still think we need to make a spin-off show where we do this same thing, but one of us has to eat an eighth of mushrooms beforehand.
Oh,
We all
God.
sit in a room by ourselves,
That's
like
that's a
dark,
lot.
for an
do
hour.
we say who it is?
No. And then we all come into the room, and then it's just we're doing the podcast. And then I think it would be best if we all took like a capsule that might have
That's
mushrooms in it,
interesting.
or might just be like sugar.
I wonder if like people
Placebo.
could guess which one of us it was. Like that's my biggest question.
I think that's a future episode idea. Now, we did have Jen on early in this episode. I don't know about the legality of her potentially dosing people that come on our podcast.
We should do it in Minneapolis.
we're
not St.
not-
There we
Paul.
go. Oh,
Yeah.
decriminalized in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
B-roll.
guys, that's really all that I've got. I think we've talked about a lot today. For those that are still listening, I guess thanks for riding with us. Thanks for chilling with us in the seed and sesh as we sesh at the seed and sesh.
No?
I don't think you have anything to be ashamed of, Tanner. I think that was really cool.
No, but that whole segment where you asked me about all of my kinks, that we're gonna have to cut out some of that. All right, well, we're gonna be back in your feed next week.
I like testing my luck on frozen poles with my tongue.
The thing is for the listening audience, Marcus hasn't consumed anything at all today.
I know, and so that would be the other fun game: is which of us didn't smoke? And make people guess. Incredible.
I don't even believe in contact highs, but I was like, is this the day I'm going to find out?
Marcus, I think
And then you went inside.
Like the smoke is blowing this way, I'm getting out of the way.
I feel like cannabis has changed who I am as a person, where even when I don't smoke weed, it's made me more of who I am high, which I actually really like about myself. Like, I think I'm more easygoing. I think I'm more like accepting because consuming cannabis helps me to see perspectives that are different than maybe my day to day. And I think I've become a little bit more of like that, who I am when I'm high. And Marcus, I think you are so much Marcus Harkus stoned, even when not. Even when you've not consumed cannabis for weeks or
been
months.
months.
Like,
Yeah.
I think if
Yeah.
you had told me I smoked weed right before coming here, I would go,
It
yeah,
would
that makes sense.
no difference to me.
And I love that about you. I think that is so cool.
So you saying my behavior doesn't change?
No,
Nope.
You're like one of the most regular people I've ever met in like the most positive way. Where it's
Yeah.
like
Consistent.
you've gotten me so stoned, Marcus, that like I was seeing strange and like. Like I was acting different,
Yeah.
and you were the Marcus Harkus, like I know every single day.
And what I love is on
like
the
we were
way,
doing the
yeah,
same thing.
That way, like that end of the spectrum where you can just get so stoned and then like go and give a presentation,
Yeah.
or just like
That's why
keep
I
living
don't
your life.
believe everybody gets impaired. Like, I mean, if I eat too many edibles, it's a problem. That's why I don't fuck with edibles. But
Yeah, that's real. That's
Yeah.
there are so many people that I know that are lifelong cannabis consumers that are like, oh, but be careful of edibles.
Yeah,
It'll fuck
sneak
you.
out. They'll get in your blood.
Yeah.
when is this gonna end?
Well, all right.
Okay.
We're gonna cut this. We're gonna put a kibosh on this,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you so much for
Wow.
riding with us through this whole episode. Thanks for listening to the news. Thanks for hearing that interview with Jen. Definitely check out some of those things in the show notes. And we'll be back in your feed in about a week. Thanks to Dabbler Deeper for hosting us. Thanks to Jordan Cam, so happy that that's here. We'll be back in your feed next week. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, LinkedIn, YouTube, all that jazz. Subscribe, hit that bell, get notified. We're dropping new clips like every day now, so keep on the watch for those.
I want to watch Frozen with you on LSD though.
Wow, yeah.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm going spelunking in the morning, so I can't do it.
All right. Well, I think, how about this? One last thought, and then we'll end the episode. What if we did a live event? Marathon. You can come and watch Frozen with the Northern Lights crew. You got to bring your own LSD. Yeah. But come and hang out, and we'll just watch Frozen. That sounds like a fun time. No children allowed. 21 plus.
21 plus.
Then we can eat some mushrooms and watch Everything Everywhere All at Once.
After Frozen, right?
It's too much.
And then do a bonfire.
Oh. Well, just like you might share mushrooms with a friend, share Northern Lights with a friend. Definitely send it to someone that maybe you thought of during this episode. If there's a funny clip, tell them to watch it. If you've ever gotten very, very stoned and your mom called, drop it in the comments. Tell us how you felt. What a way to end the episode.
Right, yeah.
We'll be back in your feeds next week. Thanks, y'all.
Tell a friend, bitch.
Northern Lights is a Minnesota Cannabis College production. This episode was produced by me, Tanner Barris, and by Steve Eigenman and Jordan Whiff. Production assistance from Marcus Harkis, Shayna Payton, and John Barty. Video and audio recording at the Dabbler Depot studio by Jordan Whiff. The information provided in this podcast does not, and is not intended to, constitute legal advice, but is instead for general information purposes only. No listener should act solely on the basis of information provided without first seeking advice from their own legal counsel. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Minnesota Cannabis College. Please listen responsibly.